Good evening, welcome. Let's give another round of applause for the new dueling pianos. Guys, great job. I don't know about you, but I've heard dueling pianos all over the country, and these guys really had it going. It was very cool. So first, welcome. Good evening. I'm Peter Mariahazi. I'm the board chair. I'm also the Chief Administrative Officer for Catalysis, and it is just my pleasure to be here. Officially, this is a business meeting, so I now call the 51st annual meeting of Community First Credit Union to order. It's great to be together tonight, but you know, it's also, we're very appreciative of the technology that allows those that are watching remotely. Fantastic. Welcome to all. It's really nice to have active, engaged, you know, over 900 people here. It's fantastic. The value and the importance of the cooperative. But first, we have to take care of some parliamentary issues. First, we have to make sure we've established a quorum. So, Mr. Secretary, have we established a quorum is present? I hear yes, we do. Members and guests, the Secretary certifies a quorum is present, that there are 1,582 members who have registered to attend the meeting. 940 are right here, and over 640 are online. So this is a legal meeting. You know, the guiding light for Community First is our board of directors. We are elected by you, the membership, to represent your best interests. We come from different backgrounds, bring unique skills and experience to the board. During our 51 years in business, there are over 49 members who have served on the board of directors. We have a fiduciary responsibility. We set the strategic direction for the credit union, and we monitor progress. Board members also serve on the following committees: audit risk, talent and comp, and governance. It's my pleasure to introduce my fellow directors. Vice Chair Michael Moore, retired VP of Engineering, Oshkosh Corporation. Secretary Matt Bingham, Director of Software Engineering at Secure Insurance. I feel kind of silly introducing this next person, our treasurer, Kathy Tierney, who's also the president and CEO of Community First. I was half expecting a standing ovation, but all right. Amy Fricke-Weigel, president, CEO of Fricke Printing Services. Sarah Hutchinson, you know, with these lights, it's hard to see. Sarah Hutchinson, project manager of the New Healthcare Alliance. Sarah Micheletti, who's over here, a partner at McCarty Law. Paul Schwartz, our chief system officer at Badger Liquor Company. Dan Ferris, senior VP, chief legal counsel and corporate secretary at Secure Insurance. Catherine Seaman, independent board CFO advisory services consultant. And Adam Swoverland, VP of Finance, U.S. Autoforce, which is a U.S. venture company. As the board chair, I want to thank them for their service. The dialogue and conversations we have is increasingly valuable. So the minutes of the 2025 annual meeting, chairman and presidents and treasurers' reports have been published and distributed. The reports will be placed on file. Now it's time for the election. I'd like to call David Van Leesch out, the credit union's attorney, who just does a wonderful job for us. He will serve as our parliamentarian this evening. And Sarah Micheletti, chairman of the Nominating and Governance Committee. First, Dave will review the rules for participation in voting, and then Sarah will present the slate of candidates.
Good evening. As Chair Mariahazi said, I will be serving as parliamentarian for this meeting. Tonight we have members here in person, others who are attending the meeting via live stream. Members are asked to submit questions in advance as you registered for the meeting. Several of those questions will be addressed in the President's report, and credit union staff will contact members directly to answer other questions submitted. An election of the Board of Directors will be conducted this evening. The credit union is using a combination of in-person and electronic balloting for this election. Community First has partnered with CU Ballot, who conduct electronic elections for more than 200 plus credit unions throughout the country. Members here in person are validated and received a paper ballot. Members participating online will be asked to use the link to the right of the video to take them to CU Ballot voting system, where they will be asked to authenticate before their ballot is presented. Staff will count the paper ballots under the supervision of Community First member John Scully, who has been appointed to oversee the voting tonight. Those totals will be combined with the electronic ballot totals from CU Ballot, and the election results will be announced tonight. These are the rules for the voting. You must be at least 18 years of age to vote. You must have joined Community First Credit Union by February 6th of 2026 to be eligible to vote. No one is allowed to vote by proxy. Only the first person listed on a joint account is eligible to vote. Each member is allowed only one vote. You cannot cast a vote for each account you have at the credit union. Members are asked to vote for up to 4 directors. If you try to cast a ballot with more than 4 votes, the electronic voting system will not allow you to submit, and the paper ballots with more than 4 votes will be disallowed. The 4 nominees receiving the largest number of votes will be elected to a 3-year term. As is the tradition, at the conclusion of tonight's annual meeting, Community First will give away $5,100 in honor of 51 years of service. The prizes will be in $50 denominations. The prize drawing will be held as the ballots are being counted. All members who registered were included in the drawing. 102 winners will be announced at the conclusion of the meeting and will also receive an email and a call from credit union staff tomorrow to confirm the deposit to their credit union account. Board members, Community First employees, and members of their immediate family living in the same household are not eligible to win. Thank you, and I will now pass the microphone to Sarah Micheletti, Chairman of the Governance and Nominating Committee.
Thank you, Dave. This year we have 4 directors whose terms have expired. That means there are 4 positions available tonight. 4 members submitted applications for consideration to join the board this year. The nominating committee reviewed all applications and scheduled interviews with interested applicants to determine a qualified slate of candidates. We have selected 2 member owners for nomination. They join the 4 incumbents seeking re-election this year. This year's candidates in alphabetical order are Dan Ferris, incumbent, Amy Fricke-Weigel, incumbent, Joseph Kraft, Peter Mariahazi, incumbent, Jason Norman, and Adam Swoverland, incumbent. Members participating virtually received links to the candidate listing and bios by email. Members here in person received a printed copy of this information in their bag tonight. Each of the candidates has recorded a brief video to tell you about themselves and why they would like to serve.
Hello, my name is Dan Ferris, and I'm honored to be nominated for re-election to the Community First Credit Union Board of Directors. I'm currently Senior Vice President, Chief Legal Officer, and Corporate Secretary at Secure Insurance, where I've worked for the past 36 years. My wife Cindy and I have been members of the credit union for over 13 years, and our 5 sons and 2 daughter-in-laws are all also Community First members. I've had the privilege to serve on the board of directors since 2013, including as secretary, vice chair, and chair of the board. As a fellow member of the credit union, I enjoy representing you in ensuring that our credit union continues to offer products and services to meet our members' needs and governing with the best interests of the membership top of mind. Like Secura, Community First operates in a highly regulated industry. I believe I can continue to be an effective board member and add value with my finance, legal, and insurance experience. So I would appreciate your continued confidence and trust in me serving on our board of directors. Thank you for participating in this annual meeting and your membership in Community First Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Amy Fricke-Weigel. For the past 4 years, I've had the honor of representing you as a board member for Community First. As a CEO and business owner of Fricke Printing in Manitowoc, one of the most important parts of my company is customer service. I bring that same focus to my role as a board member, making sure that all decisions, actions, and implementations are focused on our members as our top priority, and that our mission, "We'll find a way," is the foundation of every decision being made at the board level. During my time on the board, I have been on the committee, governance committee, and talent comp committee.
Don't worry, we're not done. Minor technical difficulties, please bear with us. You can't live with it and you can't live without it. I apologize for our technical difficulties here. They're sweating in the back right now trying to fix our videos, which have been so well done this year. We've had some challenges, obviously, since 2020 with how we approach our presentation of the candidates. And this year we are lucky enough to have a partner in Image Studios to help us create these wonderful videos for you. So I really do think that we should give them a minute to get their kinks worked out here so that you can view them. The candidates put in a lot of time and effort to make sure to present to you their goals and aspirations for board service. So we do appreciate your time and your patience while we work out our details. And I'm no good at the piano, so I can't try and do that for you tonight. Wish my kids were here. So thank you again for your patience as we work out these details, and I'll go check in and see where we're at.
Hello, my name is Dan Ferris, and I'm honored to be nominated for re-election to the Community First Credit Union Board of Directors. I'm currently Senior Vice President, Chief Legal Officer, and Corporate Secretary at Secura Insurance, where I've worked for the past 36 years. My wife Cindy and I have been members of the credit union for over 13 years, and our 5 sons and 2 daughter-in-laws are all also Community First members. I've had the privilege to serve on the Board of Directors since 2013, including as Secretary, Vice Chair, and Chair of the Board. As a fellow member of the credit union, I enjoy representing you in ensuring that our credit union continues to offer products and services to meet our members' needs and governing with the best interests of the membership top of mind. Like Secura, Community First operates in a highly regulated industry. I believe I can continue to be an effective board member and add value with my finance, legal, and insurance experience. So I would appreciate your continued confidence and trust in me serving on our board of directors. Thank you for participating in this annual meeting and your membership in Community First Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Amy Weigel. For the past 4 years, I've had the honor of representing you as a board member for Community First. As a CEO and business owner of Fricke Printing in Manitowoc, one of the most important parts of my company is customer service. I bring that same focus to my role as a board member, making sure that all decisions, actions, and implementations are focused on our members as our top priority, and that our mission, "We'll find a way," is the foundation of every decision being made at the board level. During my time on the board, I have been part of the Audit Committee, Governance Committee, and Talent Comp Committee. I've also been your voice on Capitol Hill in Madison and Washington, D.C. As you will learn, we had another record year in 2025, and it's all because of you. Thank you. The mission of Community First has always been dear to my heart for my husband, Russ, and I, along with our children, Andy and Rebecca. Community First has been there to assist us through all our financial journeys and successes. I'm asking for your vote to continue to be your voice on the board of directors at Community First Credit Union. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Joe Kraft. I appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself and share my interest to support and serve Community First as a board member. I have nearly 15 years of experience in strategic sourcing, supply chain leadership roles that include developing and managing budgets, setting and executing operational and financial goals, managing risk, and contributing directly to company profit and loss performance. I currently work at Barry Wehmiller as a global commodity leader, where I was brought in to help build and lead an enterprise strategic sourcing organization. In this role, I help leverage the size and scale of more than 75 global locations and manage over $1.2 billion in spend, developing strategies, commodity roadmaps, preferred supplier models, and long-term supplier relationships. Beyond my professional background, Community First has been an important part of my life for many years. I've been a member owner since before my teenage years, and I deeply connect with the credit union's mission of driving value for members, celebrating the community, and helping families save for what matters most. My wife and I have worked to instill those same values in our daughters, emphasizing the importance of community involvement, giving back, and putting people first, even when it isn't easy. These shared values are a key reason I'm drawn to serving in a leadership capacity. I am excited about the opportunity to contribute to the long-term strategy and direction of Community First, provide thoughtful leadership to our member owners, grow professionally within the financial space, and most importantly, give back to the community that has given so much to my family and I. Thank you for your time and consideration. I appreciate the opportunity to share my background and perspectives, and I would welcome the opportunity to serve as a board member for Community First.
Hello, I'm Peter Mariahazi. It is my honor to have served on the Community First Credit Union Board since 2021 and currently serve as your board chair. This time has enriched me and at the same time allowed me to bring my work and many volunteer experiences to the board and our credit union. In my career, I am currently the Chief Administrative Officer for Catalysis, a nonprofit working with healthcare around the world. Previously, I was the Director of Technology and Human Resources for a family-owned business in Northeast Wisconsin for almost 19 years. These roles provided me with knowledge and background in finance, legal, technology, human resources, innovation, and strategic thinking. This community of Northeast Wisconsin has given us so much. I've enjoyed giving back in many volunteer roles, serving as the board chair of the United Way Fox Cities, as board chair of the Community Foundation, in progressive volunteer roles in youth soccer, from soccer club president up to and including serving as president for the Wisconsin Youth Soccer Association, and at a national level as treasurer of U.S. Youth Soccer.
also as board president at the Berkshire Mahler Museum of Glass. My wife Joanne and I have appreciated being members of Community First for over 20 years. With savings accounts, CDs, mortgages, and investments, we love the personal relationships for all our specific situations. We feel a connection to the mission and values here, the work and focus that goes towards "we'll find a way." It is about improving lives, helping members with what is important to them, and supporting our community. Thank you for your consideration, and I would appreciate your vote.
Hi, my name is Jason Norman, and my family moved from the Twin Cities, Minnesota to Oshkosh about 4 years ago. We have 3 teenagers at home, and our family has been members of Community First Credit Union for a little over a year. We might be transplants, but we've been looking for ways to grow some roots here in our community. For work, I serve as the Associate Vice President of Finance at Bethel University in St. Paul, Minnesota, and my wife is a professor at UW Oshkosh. I am a certified public accountant, or CPA, and I also have an MBA degree. Throughout my career, nonprofit strategy, financial planning, including reporting, budgeting, and forecasting, have grown to be specialties of mine. Lately, I've been looking for ways to use my skills and experiences to help the community that I live in. At home, we spend a lot of time talking about why it is important to give back to one's community. This board opportunity is a chance for me to practice what I preach. But it's also so much more than that. With our kids, but also through our jobs, my wife and I interact with a lot of young people. We've seen the great need for financial education and awareness in today's world. Community First Credit Union, its people and its services help fulfill this great need, and that's why I feel so strongly about this board opportunity. Thank you for taking the time to watch a short video. I appreciate your time, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to serve you all.
Hello, my name is Adam Swarveland, and it's been my honor to have served on the board of Community First Credit Union for the past 3 years. I've spent my entire career in finance, from my early days at a community bank right here in the Fox Valley, to my current role as Vice President of Finance at U.S. Autoforce, which is a U.S. venture company. This combination of hands-on experience at a financial institution and corporate leadership gives me a perspective that I believe adds real value to this board, especially when it comes to guiding strategy in a highly regulated and dynamic environment. My connection to Community First goes back to 2009, when my wife Lynn and I needed help with refinancing. Community First found a way to help us when we needed it, and we've both been member owners ever since. I firmly believe in the credit union's mission of helping our fellow members. For the past year, I've been chair of the Audit Committee, where we are responsible for overseeing financial reporting integrity, internal controls, and regulatory compliance, the foundational work that keeps our credit union strong. In addition, I'm proud to say our credit union has performed well during my time as a director. Community First has grown to over $6 billion in assets, serving more than 165,000 members, is one of the largest credit unions in Wisconsin, and is the only credit union to earn Radden's Crystal Performance Award for 16 consecutive years. The decisions we make at the board affect my family, friends, neighbors, and all of you as well, and I don't take that lightly. I will always prioritize investing in our team members, our member owners, and in our community while ensuring we keep our credit union strong. I'd be honored to earn your vote again. Thank you for your consideration.
We did it. Thank you to those candidates, and thank you to our technical team for pulling through with the video tonight. You've heard from our candidates, and now it is time to cast your ballot for the board of directors. Please review all 6 of our candidates. Their order on the paper ballot and online is in alphabetical order by last name. So you can reach into that bag for those of you who are here in person and take out that envelope and cut open that sticker. Please complete your ballot for those of you who are here in person, and pass them to the end of the row where our team member volunteers will collect them. For those of you attending online, please use the link to the right of this video or below it if you're on a mobile device, which will take you to the CU ballot voting system. Before voting, you will be asked to verify your voting eligibility by entering your birth date, the last 4 digits of your social security number, and your last name as it appears on your credit union accounts. Members who meet the voting eligibility requirements will receive a ballot. Members who are not eligible to vote will not receive access to the ballot. To cast your vote online, select up to 4 candidates and choose the Next button at the bottom of your screen. You'll have the opportunity to review your ballot before submitting. For those of you here in person, please remember that you can only select 4 candidates on the ballot. Voting will remain open for the next 10 minutes. You may put the ballot back in the envelope so that our volunteers can collect them. Thank you for the wonderful question.
Well, hello. You know, it's kind of humbling to be up here and I get to introduce Community First Credit Union President and CEO Kathy Tierney to provide her report. Kathy?
Hello, good evening. And for those of you that I haven't had a chance to greet personally, I just wanted to say welcome and thanks for being here tonight. This evening is especially meaningful for me personally because this year, in just a few months, I will celebrate the privilege of serving Community First Credit Union and all of you for 50 years. Thank you. And that would include the last 32 years as president and CEO. And it's a little embarrassing, but I did turn 70 in December, so I've not had to do this over the course of my time at the podium, but I am gonna, have to put these on to make sure we can do this the right way. When I reflect on the journey I've been so lucky to have, I feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. I have had the opportunity to witness firsthand the incredible impact that this organization has made in the lives of our members, our employees, and the communities we call home over the past 5 decades. And that has made a lasting difference in my life. Because of you. At our 50th annual meeting last year, we invited all of our members to share your stories. And we asked you to do that throughout 2025. Stories about how Community First has made a difference in your life, in your family's life, and in your community. The response has been absolutely incredibly inspiring. Many of those stories are featured throughout this year's annual report. Hopefully all of you here have a copy of that, and it certainly is available online at our website as well. And several of them we're going to highlight tonight during our presentation. There's certainly a powerful reminder that extends, a powerful reminder that our purpose extends far beyond banking. And it's the cooperative difference that is real and meaningful in the lives of people we serve every day. Because of you, Community First has remained strong for 51 years. Because of you, we continue to grow and invest in our communities. And because of you, we are making a meaningful difference in the lives of all kinds of people here in Northeast Wisconsin. To begin my presentation, I'd like to start a short video that reflects the heart of who we are and the impact we're able to make together.
Because of you, our member owners, we can help each other achieve life's most meaningful milestones.
People are able to get their first homes or that first car, And we are able to do so much in this community and impact the lives of so many people positively.
Community First found a way to help us with our adoption.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, a mom chose us in Florida to be the mother of her child.
At that time, we hadn't had finances quite figured out. I had no idea how any of it was going to work. We were just kind of flying by the seat of our pants at that point.
Because of you, Amy and Dan were able to adopt that baby girl.
It's absolutely incredible. It's everything that we expected it to be. It's everything that we've ever wanted.
Because of you, we can make our community a better place. We can all be proud to call this place home.
So we found out that we're expecting a baby, and we started searching for homes right away.
The offer got accepted within the first day, and then I think we both kind of panicked. You know, what are we going to do? How are we going to get a loan? We were drawn to Community First because it seemed like a very friendly company to work with, and they had the best rates in town.
Because of you, Olivia and Drew were able to buy their first home.
We got a ton of reassurance from Community First along the way.
I've heard multiple stories of us doing things to help people that banks wouldn't do, other credit unions wouldn't do. We're here for you.
I was driving home on the weekend. I went to UW Stout, and I was driving home to stand up in a wedding. And on my way home, my car died in Wausau. It had to be a quick turnaround because I needed to drive back to college that day. I actually got the loan on Monday morning, was able to come in right away, get the loan, and drive off back to Stout for my classes Monday afternoon. Didn't even miss a class.
When a wedding is celebrated or a partner passes, and all the meaningful moments in between, because of you, our member owners, we find a way to make a difference.
Everything they say is true. Community First will find a way.
We're really grateful to our amazing team who has put together all of our videos tonight, as well as our partners at Image Studios who did our candidate videos, as Sarah told you. You know, I think this video is certainly a powerful reminder that what makes us different is not just what we do, but why we do it. As a member-owned financial cooperative, every decision that we make is centered on improving the financial well-being of our members and strengthening the communities we serve. Our focus is not on outside shareholders, but on creating long-term value for the people who place their trust in us every single day. So my presentation tonight is a little different than years past. We are going to spend a bit of time on the financials, but with our little video glitch, we want to make sure that we're sensitive to time. So I just wanted to say that all the questions you submitted, you know, we've tried to weave them in, but we will reach out to every single member individually who submitted a question and gave us their name to make sure they get an answer. And the door is always open for anybody who's got questions about the credit union and what we do and how it matters to you. So tonight we'll review our progress through 2025 and certainly look ahead to the future that we're building together. It's really coming together like this. It's such a celebration of what can happen when people put their minds, hearts, and spirits in service of one another. And I just think that that shared commitment to helping others succeeds, and it only succeeds because of you. I'd now like to introduce our Chief Financial Officer, I think you met him last year and perhaps the year before, Chad Bostic, to provide a brief overview of our financial performance and the strength of Community First. Thanks.
Raise this up a little bit. Good evening. As Kathy said, my name's Chad Bostic. I'm the Chief Financial Officer here at Community First Credit Union. And I'm grateful to join all of you here tonight as we celebrate our 51st annual meeting and focus on celebrating 50 years of Community First Credit Union. Tonight is really about celebrating what you all and all of those online and all those that couldn't be here have helped us build over those last 50 years. Community First began with just 181 members and $90,000 in assets. Today, because generations of members chose to save here, borrow here, and trust us with their financial lives, we now serve more than 164,000 member owners, and have over $6.3 billion in assets. That growth did not happen because we answered to stockholders. It happened because we stayed focused on doing what was best for our members. And because of you, we continue to build something strong together. So we're going to take a look at three growth trends here. Membership growth means more individuals, more families, and more businesses are choosing Community First as their trusted financial partner. Asset growth gives us a greater ability to lend, invest in technology, and provide services that support our members' financial lives. And reserve growth provides additional protection and long-term financial stability for our members in the cooperative. Balancing our growth and maintaining that strong financial foundation via our reserves is essential to keeping your credit union safe, secure, and prepared for the future. Our reserves, our operating expense ratio. All right, we can go to the operating expense ratio, that's okay. That's a good story to tell too. All right, the operating expense ratio reflects how efficiently we manage your resources. Community First continues to perform exceptionally well compared to both national and Wisconsin peer groups. Because we are a member-owned financial cooperative, every dollar we save operating efficiently can be returned to members through higher savings rates, lower loan rates, better services, and stronger financial stability. Good stewardship matters because we never forget it's your money. All right, now we're going to talk about reserves some more. The reserves are vitally important to the strength of the credit union and our ability to serve each and every one of you each and every day through all types of economic conditions. Think of the reserves as a savings account for your credit union. Just like families build savings to prepare for unexpected challenges, your credit union builds financial strength so we can continue serving members no matter what happens in the economy. Now, regulators consider a 7% net worth ratio is financially healthy. As you can see here, Community First Credit Union more than doubles, or nearly doubles, that requirement and remains significantly stronger than many of our peers nationally and here in the state of Wisconsin. We know that the future will always bring uncertainty and challenges, but one thing our members can count on is this: your credit union is strong, safe, and prepared. All right. Okay, now this is exciting. So one of our candidates talked about the Radden Crystal Performance Award, and we get to share some exciting news with all of you this evening. Because of you, Community First continues to rank among the top performing credit unions in the nation. And we're excited to share and celebrate with all of you that Community First Credit Union is being recognized with the Radden Crystal Performance Award for the 17th consecutive year in a row. Yes, I was going to say, I hope get some applause. That's very exciting. So this distinction recognizes Community First as one of the top performing credit unions in the nation. We're also very excited to share that we're recognized as the number 24 credit union in S&P Global's top 100 credit union rankings. And we also this year earned the Bauer Financial's 5-star superior rating for financial strength. These recognitions reflect our ongoing commitment to strong financial stewardship and long-term value for our member owners. All right, so to wrap it up tonight, for me, you get to see Kathy again. Here's what membership truly means. At banks, profits go to stockholders. At Community First, profits are returned to member owners through better rates, better value, and long-term financial strength. That is the benefit of belonging to a financial cooperative. For 50 years, Community First has been built by members for members. Because of your trust, your participation, and your belief in the cooperative model, we are stronger than ever. And because of that strength, we will continue helping members achieve financial success for generations to come. Thank you for being part of Community First Credit Union.
Thanks, Chad. As all of us reflect on 2025, we're certainly proud of the strength and momentum as we continue to build while remaining firmly committed to our mission and our cooperative values. Throughout the year, we continued investing in our members, improving technology, expanding access to financial service, and supporting local organizations and strengthening the communities we serve. You know, our goal has never, ever been about growth for growth's sake, or even just driving to financial strength. It's the financial strength of this organization that allows us to take care of you and make a positive impact together. That's why we do it. In addition to our financial results, we continue to work on upgrading our lending systems and online banking technology. You know that the world is moving faster and faster with each passing day. We need to do everything we can to keep up, but you can rest assured that we never forget for a minute that what really makes this business special is people to people. Again, my annual commitment with our contact center that every phone call is answered by a real human being. No AI, no computers, real people. And they're amazing people. So one of the clearest themes we heard in the questions that were submitted is concern about fraud, scams, and cybersecurity. Who here has been impacted by a scam or fraud? Yeah, it touches so many of us, and you're right to be paying attention. Fraud is increasing across the entire financial industry. What I want you to know is this: protecting your money is our #1 priority. We're investing in advanced fraud detection tools. We have very sophisticated systems. They're very expensive systems, but we spend a lot of time and a lot of money making sure that we're on the leading edge of being able to detect and identify these things as they're happening. We have real-time monitoring and always ongoing staff, and we're trying to do more and more member training. So when issues do occur, we're committed to responding quickly and improving continuously. You see the impact, right? The impact here. This is just 2025. This past year, our fraud team helped prevent more than $4.8 million in losses. But it is truly heartbreaking for all of us when we know that members get caught up in these things, and sometimes there's absolutely nothing we can do. By the time they've transferred money to cryptocurrency or a Bitcoin ATM, it's too late and it can't be returned. So members lost just over $931,000 in 2025. And the losses borne by the credit union for fraud, debit card fraud, and things like that were more than $318,000. So you see the impact of our fraud team. It's a team that's growing in the credit union. I never thought 50 years ago, 40 years ago, I'd ever have people on the team just focused on fraud, but especially with the advent of AI and what we all can see that will mean. I mean, some very positive, exciting things, but just as many concerning and scary things. I just want you to know we're on top of this. Also, before I end tonight, I want to talk a little bit about building for the future. Here's what we're working on for 2026. You know, as we look ahead, we continue investing in the communities that we serve. Our new Seymour branch has been under construction for quite some time, but it is scheduled to open on May 26th. And I know the people in Seymour and the surrounding areas are really excited about that, as are we. We will begin construction on Wrightstown, Ledgeview, and Manitowoc locations this summer. Been getting a lot of questions from members. When are you coming? When's it happening? The plans are done. We're going out for bid, and we'll get started this summer. Here are some lovely pictures of the new Seymour branch. We share the space with Family Insurance. Right in downtown Seymour on Main Street, it was an old Chase Bank branch. Now it's a credit union. It's good stuff. The other thing is, it's important. We have 25 current locations before Seymour, and it's really important that we take care of those facilities. They're your facilities. So as stewards of your money, it's equally important that we continue to work on and improve aging and existing facilities. We're nearing completion of the remodeling of our Ballard branch. How many members here go to the Ballard branch? We are so thankful to you, and certainly to our staff, because you have allowed us to remain open through the entire construction process. We're almost done. I was there a couple weeks ago, and people are dodging the construction workers, and walls are moving, and people are making things happen. But we do really appreciate your patience as we go through that, and it's going to be really nice. We're also starting construction and remodeling at Forest Avenue. It was a building that we acquired back in 1982. So it has had a little bit of updating over the years, but it's time for a refresh. So the team there is very excited about that. And work continues at Oneida Street, our former headquarter office, as we continue build outs for training and development, and a really important part of our team, our Community First Financial Advisor team. So we will continue to thoughtfully invest in the future of your credit union. Just a little reminder that work moves forward on our strategic plan. You see that our three pillars are employee experience. We believe as a service company, if we take good care of our people, they will take really good care of you, and growth happens. And I'm proud to say that, over the course of my 50 years here, that's exactly how it works. But as we look at 26, we will continue to work through our plan, optimizing and enhancing our delivery channels, things like, improving online banking and making online lending applications easier, those kinds of things. And also member experiences in the branch. With a renewed focus on member and employee financial well-being, we're designing new offerings all the time to help our members live better financial lives, especially kids. We're really, really passionate about helping young people learn the importance of managing their financial lives. It has such an impact for them, as you hear from our members. In fact, I'm proud to announce that just a couple weeks ago, we received the Governor's Financial Literacy Legacy Award, honoring Community First's significant work and contribution to financial literacy over the course of our business being 50 plus years, which is pretty cool. The governor gave us the award, and it was a wonderful ceremony. And then, of course, additional work's being done on modernizing our products to make sure we're providing the kinds of things that you need and want. And that feedback that we get directly from you is really invaluable. We do all of these things with a thoughtfulness about bridging the generational gaps and making sure that we're relevant to all of our members, no matter their age or life stage. When you think about it and you look at the stories that we're sharing in these videos, it's such a wonderful mix of young people, young generations, and then those of us who've been around for just a little while. Now I'd like to talk about something that you all know is important, and how committed we are to living our name. When we picked our name back in '83, we did it very specifically. And once we landed on Community First, we knew we had an obligation every single day to live up to that name and what it means. That's reflected in the incredible support that because of you and with all of you, we are able to provide to our communities and local nonprofits. One partnership that truly reflects the heart of Community First is our very long-standing relationship with Wisconsin Special Olympics. You know, when you come into the branches at the end of January, early February, you're gonna be asked to purchase plushies and hats and buy or make a donation for an icon. This has made such a difference, and for many years, our employees, our members, and our organization have proudly supported this really impactful cause. Their partnership is about much more than sponsorships or events. Special Olympics is about inclusion. It's about opportunity, encouragement, and helping people, individuals, fulfill their highest potential. Tonight, I want to share a really special story. There's 2 quick videos highlighting not only the impact of this partnership on our organization, but on one of our own members, Travis Stuckart, who's with us here tonight, and we'll have him stand and wave when the video is completed. Thanks.
I was 8 years old. We were just looking for something for me to do, and we got started in bowling. And how I started in bowling was my parents met in the bowling league, so that's how everything started for me.
Like I do snowshoeing, basketball, swimming, tennis. Sometimes I do softball.
When I was in elementary school, it was definitely hard making friends because I was called names and I was called LD, and I didn't know what that meant. And I was even called the R word by a teacher in 7th grade. And it was not fun. And then I get to Special Olympics, and I started off with only 2 of my friends including me, and now I'm included with all these opportunities.
I was thrilled. I was so happy. I made friends. I was with other people. People were signing. I taught people some sign language, and we all got to hang out together. I felt so happy.
And to get in regular sports sometimes, it's not always the easiest thing. And you know, I had friends within the school, you know, that played regular sports, but to be honest with you, I wasn't really in that group of kids. And you know, to be involved in the Special Olympics, it kind of felt like I was included, and that kind of sparked something in me that I loved the game, you know. I mean, and you know, I loved playing it, and it was just something I could do with friends.
Like I want a gold medal.
Once you become an athlete, you start gaining a sense of voice. And once you become an athlete leader, you're a voice for the voiceless and the voiceless for the shy.
Be positive, be strong, and be brave.
Our athlete oath, which I recite each and every time I compete, it's let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. My name is Travis Stuckart. I am from Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and I've been involved with Special Olympics Wisconsin for 37 years, and I've also been an athlete leader for 25 years, and I participate in volleyball, basketball, and softball. And also, I'm a member of Community First Credit Union, and I'm a proud member at the Manitowoc branch. We just got done with the games in Oshkosh. I took the gold medal in Division II for basketball, which is quite exciting. This is my pride and joy though right here. This is the silver medal that I got in Dublin, Ireland in the half marathon running, where I ended up with a time of 1 hour and 45 minutes, which was amazing because I came in 2nd place out of about 50 runners worldwide. The doctors never thought I'd be able to walk or talk, and you know, there I am running half marathons.
But to understand where Travis is today, you have to go back to the beginning.
When I was born with a rare disease called PKU, where the doctors told me I would never be able to walk or talk. As a young kid, it was very challenging. I had a very low protein diet, and it was very much a struggle to stay on it. Now fast forward to where we are today, I'm actually able to eat regular foods, like meats and stuff, which I never dreamed, like 5 years ago, I'd ever be able to do that, ever. I'm most proud of who I am today because of what I've been through. Back when I was in junior high, I was not treated the best. Then once I moved to Manitowoc, I felt like I was part of something. But the reason I say that, because they've made me part of a team. And because of Special Olympics, it made me a stronger person in community. I've been involved with for 37 years. I've known people for most of my life that are still involved with Special Olympics, and I have over 14,000 athletes that are all part of my family.
In 2005, Special Olympics sent Travis to the Global Athlete Congress in Panama City, Panama. He sat down at a breakfast table and met someone who would change his life forever.
I sat down at the table for breakfast, and one of our staff members through Special Olympics International was like, "Oh, here comes Travis." And I basically sat at the table and had a conversation with Susie like I knew her for years. It's like I just started talking. I felt like she couldn't get a word in at all because I just kept on talking to her like I've known her forever. We've been married for 17 years now. She is a huge part of who I am here today. And she also keeps me grounded too. And if it wasn't for Special Olympics, I probably would have never met her.
Travis and Susie built their life together in Manitowoc. And when they needed a financial partner they could trust, they found one.
My parents had some struggles with financial stuff. They went to Community First Credit Union because they gave them a second chance to start over again. And my wife and I, we've been a member for 16 years, but we have our auto loan. We also have our mortgage loan, which we purchased a home last year. It's nice when you walk into a Community First Credit Union and everyone knows you. It is a business, but it's almost like family. It is seriously like family. Like everyone recognizes you. You know, they're like, "Hi, Travis. Hi, Susie." You know, every time you walk in, it feels like you belong to an actual financial, and not that you're just a number. You're an actual member. I do have a disability. I have a learning disability. They find ways to explain stuff to you so you can understand it. Each and every person there takes time to talk to you as a person, not just as a number. And just making sure you understand what you are doing. They take time for you to understand it.
This past January, Community First Credit Union challenged its team and its members to show up for Special Olympics Wisconsin. They did in a big way.
I was totally shocked by the amount that you guys raised. I'm very humble about it. I'm very excited about it. I was there that day at the Polar Plunge. It was a great community event. You know, like I said, we raised somewhere over $55,000 in support of Special Olympics, and it was great because the community, the Fox Valley area community, and the whole area came together. Thank you so much to all the members, Community First Credit Union members, for all what they did for us. You know, they don't know the impact they made on so many athletes' lives.
Over the course of this partnership, Community First Credit Union and its members have raised more than $750,000 for Special Olympics Wisconsin.
Because of you, I mean, the sky is the limit. If it wasn't for Community First Credit Union and their members, we would not be where we're at today.
Because of you, Community First Credit Union.
Wow. And Travis is here with us tonight. Travis, stand up and say hi. I mean, how can you watch that and not just like, wow, very special. So, as I conclude, and thank you all for giving us a little extra time tonight, I want to sincerely thank each one of you. Our credit union exists because of you. Everything we've accomplished over the past 50 years has been possible because of your trust, your support, and your belief in the cooperative difference. And tonight is evidence of that belief, with so many of you making time to come and spend time with us and online. Thanks for being part of our story, and thank you for helping build the future. It's a very bright future together. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Kathy and team. Mr. Chairman, the results of the election are in. Elected to 3-year terms are Dan Ferris, Adam Swoverland, Amy Fricke-Weigel, and Peter Mariahazi. Thank you all for your votes. A special thanks to our member John Scully for overseeing the ballot count. He's been at it for a few years now, so thank you, John. I would like to thank all of the members who expressed interest in serving on our board. You're on our list now, so don't get too far away. And congratulations to our elected candidates, and thank you to the other members of the nominating committee for your work.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you all for the confidence and support. Members, as it is an official meeting, may I have a motion to destroy the ballots? I hear the motion. Do we have a second? Oh, everybody together. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Excellent. Now, you directors, remember there is an organizational meeting on May 18th for us. The secretary has confirmed there is no old business or new business to come before the membership.
Thanks, Peter. The type is bigger on this piece. I won't have to use these. Before we adjourn and announce the prize drawing winners, it's time to say thank you. Thank you to our board, certainly, our staff. What about that staff? I mean, they're here tonight helping to volunteer. Amazing human beings, and I get to spend every day with them, and I really can't tell you how much it means to me when I'm here and I'm walking around saying hi to people and you talk about how much they mean to you. We also want to show our appreciation for our amazing partners tonight. Certainly the Fox Cities PAC and its team. This is such a beautiful venue. Community First Member Event Production Systems. They're a Community First member, and they are Event Production Systems, EPS, who run all of our system and video. Image Studios, as you heard earlier. Michael's Catering. Did everybody love dinner tonight? She does such a lovely job. A Community First member owner, Paul Salmon from Crystal Clear Ice for the beautiful ice sculpture on the buffet table. Festive Balloons. Community First member Memorial Drive Florists, who provide all of the greenery for tonight. What did you think of new dueling pianos from Green Bay? Weren't they good? And after we exit the hall and go to our next little reception, we'll have Michael Prusinski, a vocal artist and saxophonist. Lamers Dairy and Community First member owner Nia Hahn, who owns Whisk and Arrow. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our partners. Because of you, each year gives us this opportunity to connect, to reflect, and improve. Because of you, we've built a place in our members can trust and rely on, something even more meaningful in today's economic environment. Your belief in us, in this cooperative, continue to strengthen the foundation of who we are and what we stand for. So because of you, we continue to make a remarkable and positive difference, not only for one another, but certainly for the communities we proudly call home. And you've heard me say it a lot, but it's worth repeating. We are not a traditional bank. We are a financial cooperative. And everything you've seen and heard tonight is the reason behind the power of being a member owner. So we're going to continue to find a way forward together. And as our time tonight comes to an end, I'd like to invite all of you, as you exit the hall, to join us for a special cookie and milk and coffee dessert bar. Last year we had cupcakes and champagne. We were celebrating 50. 51, we're going with milk, just saying. But we have a dessert reception with sweet treats by the amazing Whiskanero Sugar Studio and some lovely entertainment. So I'm going to have Peter call the meeting adjourned. There we go.
Thank you, Kathy. Milk and cookies? I'm surprised all of you are still sitting here. Members, this meeting is adjourned. Please watch the video for an announcement of the prize drawing winners. Prizes will be deposited into members' accounts on Thursday, May 7th. Our staff will send an email and call winners to confirm. On behalf of the board and staff,